Hello there gorgeous gamers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got our review for the PS5 exclusive Returnal. A little later than planned, but better late than never. Or is it? Is this a must-play masterpiece, or would we have been better off never touching it? Watch on and find out. Returnal is a change of pace for House Marquee, a developer best known for smaller games like Resogun, Super Stardust, and so on. Returnal is the studio's first AAA game, so there's a lot riding on it, especially considering the super high price tag. You take on the role of Celine, who is a deep space explorer for the Astra Corporation. You crash land on an alien planet within the first minute of the game. It's clear from here that you're in for a bit of a treat, as the PS5 is finally starting to earn its massive place in the living room. After crashing down on the hostile new land, things go tits up quickly as Celine wakes up in a gloomy forest that's split up into different areas, all linked by a series of doors. Spooky. Exploring the area soon reveals the game's big twist. Not only have you been here before, but you've also died and come back to life many times. Does it sound like a roguelike? Yes, it does. But to be fair, it's not being used in the same way as what we're typically used to. Instead, it's a part of the narrative, and it does add layers to the game's story and gameplay, which is done really well. And again, it uses a familiar trope, voice logs. But the twist is that these voice logs are all voiced by Celine's previous incarnations, the voices of her dead self. They provide some backstory and hints as to what's going on, as well as giving you a bit of a push to keep on exploring to get to the bottom of this mystery. Combat is also familiar if you've seen any arcade-style game over the last 30 years of gaming. It's bullet chaos or bullet hell if you like, but with the production values of a AAA release. Enemies flash and glow beautifully before unleashing their carnage for you to avoid before you take them out. Celine's dash ability is particularly useful when things get a little too hectic, as dashing makes you invulnerable for a brief moment, and it gives you the opportunity to refocus and hopefully not die and do it all over again. But you will. It's as inevitable as the yearly Call of Duty, and that's because, as I've already said, Returnal is a roguelike at heart, which means you'll be playing the game in runs, with each run resetting your progress. Though you do get to keep some items, but for the most part, it's a hard reset. Of course, if roguelikes aren't for you because you don't like the idea of starting again and again, then Returnal is probably one to avoid. The appeal is doing a little better each time, configuring your builds until you figure out what works best for any given situation, and then mastering it until you hit the biome's end boss, moving on to the next biome, doing it all over again, but with different sights, sounds, and possible upgrades. Returnal can be punishing at times. Naturally, enemies get stronger as you progress, and I found that I would constantly be on edge when coming across a new enemy for the first time, because I knew that one wrong move could wipe me out and have me starting all over again. This does keep you in the moment, and there's no shame in shouting at the dog when it's scratching the door wanting a piss. I need to concentrate and I'm not pausing the game, so piss on the carpet, it'll dry and I've got Febreze for days. Still, eventually, you will feel the sting of defeat, and it can feel a little unfair, especially when the crippling blow is delivered by a new enemy that you've not had a chance to get acquainted with. On the other hand, the game does offer some shortcuts as a reward for pushing on. Once you've defeated the boss in each biome, you unlock a gateway that, on subsequent runs, allows you to avoid having to fight them again in order to get to the next area a little bit quicker. It takes away some of the frustration that comes with having to start again after each death, though it doesn't eliminate it entirely. Then, on the other hand, these restarts do serve the story, something most roguelikes leave behind. The story is engaging and it kept me going. And while the runs in roguelikes do tend to feel like a repeat of the last one, and that is true with Returnal to an extent, the narrative is what keeps it feeling fresh. Each death may come with a cutscene that quickly flashes something new. And now, even after using all of my Febreze, I'm still learning secrets from the first biome, even though I've since moved on. I went into Returnal unsure that I'd actually like it, but I'm more than happy to say that I'm truly sold, and not because of some misplaced fanboyism. I'd enjoy the game just as much on other consoles or on PC, and let's face it, it will be on PC at some point in the future. The visuals are great, the sound design works brilliantly well, and most importantly, the combat is satisfying, challenging, and fun. And, in a twist that I reckon will be a little more commonplace with roguelikes from here on out, the story is brilliantly told and acted, elevating what could have been just a decent roguelike into a must-play experience. My usual reservations about roguelikes remain, but Returnal takes what is a rigid genre and gives it the shot in the arm it really needed. And that's the end of this review. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go down below, do us a favour, hit the like and subscribe buttons, do yourself a favour, hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we've got new stuff. Go onto the info box and you'll find our website links, social media channels, and our supporters page, where you can support our team if you can. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye bye.